Let's get back to another round of Brewsday Tuesday with DreZ and Big Nate.
We're good. We're open.
Oh, you got you're good. I was just kidding. It is Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg. Just want to see what you do if I didn't start. You know, sometimes I'm tongue tied or I'm busy cracking beers and pouring them.
I also took so long to open that. Like I have so much anxiety opening cans now. I don't know.
Well, you're screwed because basically everybody does cans these days. Case in point, protect our planet. Certified corporation, the Hopworks Brewery, they're all about going green. I did notice that this one doesn't have quite as many of the fun little, recycling stuff. It does still have the salmon safe, which is very important. But this one doesn't have the independent label on it for some reason.
Oh, no.
Or the bonus little recycling dealie. But
same boat here.
I know that Oregon is the big one. If you look at the top of your can, you'll notice this can right here, that's worth a dime in Oregon. And that's a dime, that's a dime, that's a dime. If you drink as much beer as I do, that adds up. And it makes me want to just collect a bunch of cans and then drive to Oregon and it'd probably pay for the gas,
Hey, but when you get there, it feels like your beer has been paid for.
Just about.
Yeah.
I mean, that is nice. I'm assuming, I know California's on here too, but they're not even the bigger one, is it? California's CRV. Do you know what that stands for?
Cash retail value or cash resale value? I don't know. Honda CRV?
Yeah, Honda CRV.
You get a whole car.
It's something about, so with California, it's a scam. So you don't get your money, you don't get 10 cents, whatever. You're already being charged for the. It's essentially a receptacle.
So kind of like you're getting your propane tank refilled and you're just returning the cans. So you have to pay a deposit when you buy the beer.
Exactly.
You return can. Okay,
essentially,
that is a scam.
In California, if you buy a 6-pack of beer, they tag on like 30 cents or something for that, and they say like a CRV deal, and then you get your money back when you recycle it or take it back in.
Yeah,
that's no good.
No, that's not going to work for me.
That's no good. But
that's not going to motivate people to recycle.
On our RV trip, California is when we realized, we should start collecting these and then cash it in. And unfortunately, I wish we had thought to do that well before then.
When you hit Oregon, dime a can.
Well, not only that, yeah, we screwed up. We took it to California, then we realized, we could have got more money. But still, like if I could turn back time, I would have just been saving cans even before the trip and then done that. But either way, Hopworks Brewery's Overland IPA is what I just popped. Again, these guys are out of Portland, Oregon. I was thoroughly impressed with the first round, the one that you had as well. I mean, did you get a 4.5 or something?
Yeah, 4.5.
Yeah, right around there, man. These are some good beers.
Solid.
So hopefully this one lives up to it as well. And I think you have like a citrus.
The Hopworks Brewery Ferocious Citrus IPA with this troll. I'm gonna say it's a troll. I
thought it was like a monkey or something. Is that a troll?
Well, he's got horns. Monkeys don't have horns.
Monkeys usually do not have horns.
I hope. I've not interacted with a lot of monkeys, but it is
no horny monkeys that you've been around. It does look like
not upstairs.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you a troll. I'll give that to you.
It's an ale made with tangerine, which is one of my all-time favorite fruits. I'm trying to 6.2% ABV. It's a beautiful label.
I believe mine's 6.9 over here. I got the giggity, so I think that's the biggest of the bunch. What was your first round?
6.4.
6.4. Okay, so yeah, all respectable, right there in that range of what you would typically expect for some decent IPAs. So, I think you mentioned you had some excitement over the weekend.
I did. So Father's Day weekend.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day, happy belated Father's Day, whatever. You have fun.
I'm sure I've taught you nothing, so you don't owe me that, but we had some fun. We went to some killer museums in the area. Roanoke Center in the Square has like 5 levels of awesome museums. And somehow, while on a museum day with my children, I managed to find myself injured.
Oh no. I haven't seen you limping around or anything. What
Oh, so if there's a way to fall, I will find it. I will usually do it fairly gracefully, but this was the most comedic turn of events, so much so that like I'm laying on the ground injured. Our oldest, Harper, is laying on the ground injured. And Cindy's holding back tears because she can't stop laughing.
Oh, okay.
So
So it must not have been that bad.
we're at the Science Museum at Center in the Square. And there's this mushroom with like this like photo opportunity. And, you know, you climb in and you pop your face out of the mushroom and pictures are taken. Granted, it's built for toddlers, but I think, hey, this is the way to get the kids in here. I'm going to climb in.
Of course.
All
As one does.
6'1" of me. I climb in. That goes fine. I go to back out. There's a mushroom, or not a mushroom, it's a butterfly hanging off the wall behind me that I didn't see going in. I stand up, top of my head, hits it full force.
You break the butterfly?
No, I did not break the butterfly
Okay,
mercifully, but like for a second, like lights out,
Oh wow.
started to go down. Harper, our oldest, was coming in behind me. So to avoid like knocking him out, I go to catch myself with my knee. Our heads collide and like I scrape my knee. So the rest of the day, we've got 3 more museums to go through. I'm just bleeding out of the knee all damn day.
They don't
And people
you
are
couldn't
like,
get
"Are you
patched up?
okay?"
Like there's no little
No one offered me a Band-Aid or a first aid kit. Like I had to use diaper wipes and I was just like tying them
Constantly,
around
yeah.
the blood. I was like, and of course we're in the Science Museum. It's like there are reptiles in here who can genuinely smell blood. This is not fun. It was a good time. It's a great museum.
I would say, what all
But-
museum? I don't think I've hit any of these.
So have you've not been to the Starcade or the Pinball Museum?
I've been
Because
meaning to.
Those are stellar.
So the pinball, I've heard good things about the pinball museum, and don't. So isn't it like a flat fee, and you can go in and play
All
whatever
day.
you want all day? And do they have booze?
No,
can't
but
remember.
They should.
They should. Okay, but still, that is pretty sweet. I have been meaning to do the pinball museum.
We did the Children's Museum and the Science Museum, and of course they have arcade machines scattered throughout both of those because they want to promote the Starcade. And I do know Starcade does nights where they do have like vendors come in and they can sell beer and booze, and that's cool, but they charge a premium for that. But Center in the Square, man, if you haven't gone, you're sleeping on it.
All right. I feel like I sleep on a lot of the Roanoke stuff just because it's like
a
anything
hike.
when it's no, it's not that. It's not that. I mean, I guess in my mind, it's there for when you want to do it. You just need, it's like you live in New York and you don't go to the Statue of Liberty. You're just waiting for people to come that you might need something to do. And then there's your something to do. Cause I mean, I don't know. I just haven't.
We need to find a way to make a Brewsday Tuesday trip out of it and go to the Starcade and Pinball Museum.
Well, we'd have to be able to drink a beer. So we're going to have to get that sorted. I mean, they should have, if they could have booze, then it would be much more popular. I can guarantee you
100%. That would pay all of their bills.
Until the booze leads to a broken antique pinball machine that's worth $35,000 or whatever. And then next thing you know,
the other
not worth it.
The other fun part is on the drive back from Roanoke, asked my son, "Hey, what was your favorite part?" The fish tanks. The fish tanks are free. They're in the lobby before you buy your tickets. Okay, so we could have just walked in, looked at these, and left.
What that means, what that says to me is you need to take your son to Baltimore and go to start going to aquariums.
That's definitely on the bucket list. There's a cool one in Lynchburg that we go to once every year or so. And
Matt, I haven't been. I don't think I've been to the Baltimore Aquarium since I went on a field trip when I was in grade school. But I
It's awesome.
Loved it. And I'm sure it's probably only gotten better. And I've heard that
Yes.
there's a really good one in Atlanta as well that I've been meaning to go to. I don't know what it is about aquariums. Aquariums are
They're
sweet.
peaceful.
Maybe that's part of it.
I think it's just
Fish are
peaceful,
they're
quiet.
just majestic.
Nobody's tapping the glass. No one's trying to lure in monkeys or gorillas.
Well, I remember, I mean, the big standout to me, if I remember correctly, and well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure with COVID it was shut down. Maybe it's still there. But do you remember you've been to the Baltimore Aquarium, right? Was there that part where wasn't there somewhere where it was like you could actually reach in and touch the what are those
This is
things
touch
called?
stingrays.
What? Could you actually touch the stingrays or
Yeah.
the other things? What were they called? They're kind of like,
I remember the
Oh.
stingrays.
and you could touch the stingrays.
Yeah.
And then there was the big, you go up top and then you go downwards and it's just the sharks are all around
Yep.
you. It's just so sweet. I bet a ticket to the Baltimore Aquarium is like $50 now.
And I still feel like that's
It's
worth
worth
the
it.
price
It
of
probably
admission.
would be
Yeah.
worth it. Yeah, it absolutely would be.
I've never, people always tell me, and I mean, case in point, we got up to Roanoke and it was like, I always forget the Mill Mountain zoos here. The zoos have never like been my thing, but I'll go anywhere for an aquarium.
Yeah, for some reason aquariums don't seem as sad as zoos. You know how like you see a caged animal.
Yeah.
For some reason you don't feel that way when you see fish as much. Maybe some people do. I don't know. You know, the whole was it black? Oh, the SeaWorld thing,
Blackfish.
black. I never saw that, but
Yeah.
they don't have orcas anymore, which I think that's fair. I guess that's kind of bad, but I feel like fish are different. They feel less, well, we know from the, something in the way. Fish don't have feelings, right? So
That's right.
it's okay.
No, I think they're much less profit driven outside of places like SeaWorld. Like zoos are definitely much so like, hey, we got this. We know how to take care of it. It doesn't require. Because when you're going all in on an aquarium, you have all of that water you've got to figure out. You've got all the chemicals, all of the different ecosystems.
hmm
So SeaWorld, probably bad, but aquariums on the whole, I feel like are more rehabilitative.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably all pretty in the same category, but for some reason, I just, I don't know. Either way, we digress. There's probably some great aquariums out in Portland. I guess.
Have you ever gone to an aquarium drunk? It's glorious.
I have not. I would love to.
Outer Banks. They will let you buy beer and walk around and
And I haven't been to the Outer Banks since Grace, since I was a kid. But everybody, it's so funny. We've been, it's that time of year. We've been bumping into so many people, and they're like, "Oh, everybody's going to Outer Banks," and BB's like, "This Outer Banks must be awesome. That's where everybody goes." It's I'm like, yeah, I remember going on like sand dunes and playing putt-putt. That was about it. I don't remember anything too super special by Outer Banks, but if you can drink at the aquarium, you might have sold me.
you can drink pretty much anywhere in the Outer Banks. As long as you're
I'm
not
sold.
on the road.
Okay.
So like
That's how they get you.
crosswalks are tricky to navigate, but if you stay on one side of the road, they don't care.
Okay. Well, we might look into that. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and untap these beers from Hopworks Brewery. I have the Overland IPA. I will admit this is the biggest ABV of the day. However, I don't like it quite as much as that hazy from before. This one tastes a bit more West Coast style. It doesn't specifically say that on here, but it's kind of got that. It's a bit sharper, more hoppy. Just that what's the word I'm looking for? Where the hops aroma is more earthy, I would almost say. Still great beer, great lacing. I'll give it a 4.25. 4.25. Maybe even a 4.5. It's good. It's still good beer.
So this one's going to come in less than my first round. It's tasty. It's delicious. I would grab it off the shelf. Gladly drink it. However, the citrus is faint.
Mm.
If you're promising me citrus and you've got this troll jumping out of an orange slice and it's got like the juicy squirts coming off of it, which I realize how ridiculous what I just said sounds. It better be damn juicy, and it's not. 4 1/4.
4 1/4. 4 1/4 this round. We did it backwards. Usually I try and save the better beers for the second round, but I had no idea. I was flying.
It's still
by.
delicious.
Still pretty good beers. Hopworks, try them out if you see them around. Next week, like I said, man, I went to the cellar and I stocked up. So I got some good beers to drink next week. It's going to be a big boy. Going to be a big show. A big show. So tune in for that. We'll take a quick break. We'll get back with the tunes. That's what we do here. 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.